In the journey of life, we all face moments that test our strength, resilience, and determination. These moments often come unannounced, challenging us to dig deeper and push harder than we ever thought possible. But it is in these moments of adversity that we discover who we truly are. This video is not just a collection of thoughts or motivational quotes. It's a raw and honest exploration of the relentless pursuit of personal growth. Whether you're battling inner demons, striving for a dream that seems out of reach, or simply trying to find your way, the lessons shared here are universal. They are drawn from the real-life experiences of overcoming obstacles, embracing failure, and ultimately transforming that failure into fuel for success. We often find ourselves consumed by what we lack, even when our lives are filled with countless blessings and opportunities. This mindset can prevent us from recognizing the good things around us and pursuing our true potential. I used to be someone who focused solely on the negative aspects of life, the hurtful words of others, the setbacks, and the failures. But it was during these dark moments that I began to imagine a different life. A life where I could achieve anything if only I pushed myself harder. There was a time when I envisioned myself standing before God, being shown the life I could have lived. A life full of accomplishments, but one that I had failed to realize because I hadn't given it my all. This vision served as a wake-up call, making me realize that if I didn't change, I would remain trapped in a cycle of regret and failure. It was a stark reminder that my current path was leading me toward mediocrity, and the only way to break free was to embrace the possibility of a different future, one that required relentless effort and a refusal to settle for less. The realization that failure is not an enemy but a teacher was crucial to my journey. When we set big goals, we must accept that failure is an inevitable part of the process. The key is not in avoiding failure, but in how we respond to it. After every setback, we must learn to get back up quickly and continue moving forward with the same intensity as before. This mindset is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who fall short. I learned that to overcome failure, I had to stop dwelling on it and instead use it as fuel to drive me forward. My journey taught me that perseverance and an unwavering determination are essential ingredients for success. When faced with challenges, I reminded myself that there was no time to waste on self-pity or doubt. To achieve what I desired, I had to be brutally honest with myself. If I was lacking in a certain area, I had to acknowledge it and take immediate action to improve. If I was unhealthy, I had to confront that reality and make the necessary changes. This level of self-honesty is what allowed me to push past my limitations and achieve true growth. Society often shies away from the truth, but to grow, we must confront it head-on. The truth can be uncomfortable, but it is only by embracing it that we can turn it into a powerful motivator. Throughout this process, I relied on what I called the accountability mirror. This mirror did more than just reflect my physical appearance. It showed me the unvarnished truth about my life and what needed to change. It became a tool for self-assessment, helping me to identify my weaknesses and develop a plan to address them. One of the most profound lessons I learned is that change is not easy. It requires stepping out of our comfort zones and embracing the discomfort that comes with growth. We often cling to familiar patterns of thinking and behavior because they provide a sense of predictability, even if they are harmful. However, true transformation occurs when we break free from these patterns and face the uncertainty of the unknown. It is in these moments of discomfort that we discover our true strength and potential. As I continued on my journey, I realized that my thoughts and emotions were powerful forces that shaped my reality. Our minds have the ability to create the conditions of our lives through the thoughts we think and the emotions we feel. If we constantly dwell on feelings of unworthiness or inadequacy, we begin to believe them, and they become our reality. On the other hand, if we choose to focus on positive thoughts and emotions, we can create a new reality for ourselves, one that is aligned with our goals and aspirations. This understanding led me to a deeper exploration of the relationship between our thoughts, emotions, and actions. I began to see how my previous mindset had limited me, and I made a conscious effort to change it. Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, I started viewing them as opportunities for growth. Instead of fearing failure, I embraced it as a necessary step toward success. This shift in perspective was not easy, but it was essential for my development. I also learned the importance of having a strong internal drive, a fire that keeps you going even when the odds are against you. This drive cannot be dependent on external factors or the approval of others. It has to come from within, from a deep-seated belief that you are capable of achieving greatness. There were days when I had no motivation, no external support, and no clear path forward. But it was during these times that I had to dig deep and find the strength to keep going. I had to be my own coach, my own motivator, and my own biggest supporter. This internal drive is what allowed me to push through the most difficult moments of my journey. It gave me the resilience to face setbacks head-on and the determination to keep moving forward. Even when everything seemed to be working against me, I realized that the only way to achieve my goals was to stay committed, no matter how tough things got. This mindset became the foundation of my success. Another key lesson I learned is that change is a continuous process. It doesn't happen overnight, and it requires consistent effort and dedication. There were times when I felt like giving up, but I reminded myself that progress is not always linear. There will be ups and downs, but as long as I keep moving forward, I am on the right path. I had to learn to be patient with myself and trust the process, knowing that every small step I took was bringing me closer to my goals. Throughout this journey, I also discovered the importance of having a clear vision of what I wanted to achieve. This vision served as a guiding light, helping me stay focused and motivated, even when the road ahead seemed uncertain. I visualized the life I wanted to live and the person I wanted to become, and I used this vision to fuel my determination. Whenever I faced challenges, I would remind myself of this vision and use it as a source of inspiration to keep going. In addition to having a clear vision, I learned the value of setting realistic and achievable goals. These goals provided a roadmap for my journey, helping me stay on track and measure my progress. Each goal I achieved brought me one step closer to my ultimate vision, and this sense of accomplishment kept me motivated to keep pushing forward. I also made sure to celebrate my successes, no matter how small, as a way to acknowledge my progress and keep my spirits high. As I continued to grow and evolve, I realized that self-discipline was a critical component of my success. It wasn't enough to simply have a vision and set goals. I needed the discipline to follow through on my commitments and stay focused on my path. This meant making sacrifices, staying consistent, and holding myself accountable for my actions. I had to develop a strong work ethic and a sense of responsibility for my own success. This discipline allowed me to overcome distractions and stay committed to my goals, even when things got tough. Another important aspect of my journey was learning how to manage my time effectively. I realized that time is one of our most valuable resources, and how we choose to spend it can have a significant impact on our success. I started prioritizing my time and focusing on activities that would bring me closer to my goals. This meant cutting out distractions, managing my energy levels, and being intentional about how I used my time. By doing so, I was able to maximize my productivity and make steady progress toward my vision. Throughout this process, I also learned the importance of surrounding myself with positive influences. The people we spend time with can have a profound impact on our mindset and our success. I made a conscious effort to surround myself with individuals who were supportive, motivated, and focused on their own growth. These relationships provided me with the encouragement and inspiration I needed to keep going, even when things got tough. I also sought out mentors and role models who could offer guidance and advice based on their own experiences. As I continued to evolve, I realized that my journey was not just about achieving external success, but also about cultivating inner peace and fulfillment. I started to focus on my mental and emotional well-being, recognizing that true success comes from within. This meant taking care of my mind and body, practicing self-care, and developing a positive mindset. I also learned the importance of gratitude, of appreciating the journey and the progress I had made, rather than constantly focusing on what I had yet to achieve. In conclusion, the journey of self-development is not an easy one, but it is incredibly rewarding. It requires honesty, discipline, perseverance, and a deep-seated belief in your own potential. Along the way, you will face challenges, setbacks, and failures, but it is how you respond to these obstacles that will determine your success. By embracing failure as a teacher, cultivating a strong internal drive, and staying committed to your vision, you can overcome any obstacle and achieve the life you desire. Remember that the most important relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. And it is through this relationship that you will find the strength to keep going, no matter how tough the journey may be. As we reach the end of this journey together, it's important to reflect on the lessons we've explored. Life is a series of challenges, each one an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. My personal experience has taught me that success is not defined by the absence of failure, but by how we rise each time we fall. It's about being brutally honest with ourselves, facing our fears head-on, and never losing sight of our goals. The road to self-improvement is long and often arduous, but it is also filled with moments of profound realization and triumph. Remember, the true measure of a person is not how they perform in moments of comfort, but how they thrive in the face of adversity. Keep pushing, keep striving, and never give up on the person you are destined to become.